Wow, this is better. You can see a lot of roots, very, fat, white roots right here. And also you can see the bottom right here. You see, it tangled right here. So let me turn around and you can see the roots. You see a lot of roots.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Young Family YouTube channel. Today is April 19th, 2024. In today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how to propagate Gazania from stem cuttings. Stay tuned. Okay guys, check out right here, just in front of our front yard, there's a big tree. Around this big tree on the ground, I built a flower bed. Right now you can see a lot of flowers are blooming, colorful, it's gorgeous. So let's take a close look at all these plants. So basically this is treasure flower, also called African daisy, and also called Gazania. This is the plant we're going to propagate. Later we're going to talk about this plant. So let's move to this side. You can see a lot of purple colored flowers. This is called Cape daisy. So this is kind of another different species daisy. So most of them is purple colors. The yellow flowers, their blooming is Gazania. That's the same as the plant we're going to propagate. Here you can see also yellow flowers. This is also Cape daisy. This is a different color, but the same as that purple color plant. So actually, I just transplanted from container right here, last land. Here early this morning, I saw several holes. Actually, I don't know what kind of animals. Might be birds, squirrel, or raccoon, because the raccoon last night visited our backyard. It ruined all my vegetable plants. I spent like over 1 hour trying to fix it at middle night. I really hate all this kind of wild animals. Sorry about it. I'm so mean to all these wild animals. If you are plant lover, you will totally understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so turn around here. You can see this white flowers is also called Cape daisy. So basically I have 3 different color, the Cape daisy. Most of them is a purple color, some is white color and yellow color. But today we're going to focus on this Gazania. It's different species of, African daisy. Okay, this is Gazania, also called treasure flower or African daisy. So basically this kind of, variety only produce yellowed flowers. So another flower over there, you can see some flower buds right here. Not too many. I think later they are going to produce more flower buds and more. Actually this kind of plant, the blooming season from later spring to throughout the summer. So basically pretty long. Actually don't worry about it. Later they are going to produce more flowers. Actually today we're going to take some cuttings to prepare, the Gazania. Definitely, I don't want to take some cuttings with flower buds on it. So basically, Gazania could be annual or perennial. It really depends on where you live. So basically, we're located in Los Angeles City in Southern California. The USDA hardness zone is 10B. So basically, this is kind of perennial. So actually, I planted a couple of years ago. I cannot remember, probably 1 or 2 years ago. I seldom take care of all these plants. They come back every year, so no worry about it. Actually, Gazania very easy to grow. They prefer to grow in a sunny, dry, and hot spot. Actually, you can see in this flower bed, on this side, a lot of, the plants, they thrive. So basically beautiful, a lot of blooms. But on other side, kind of less plants. Actually, to be honest, there's several reasons I just mentioned. All this is African daisy, different species. They prefer to grow in a sunny, hot, dry spot. So this side face to the west, so let's can get more sunlight. Other side is face to the east. So basically, most of the time, they're in the shade area or the partial shade area. So that's why. Another reason, most of the time, I just water this side. I seldom water on other side, probably for some reason. So some plants died. But anyway, you can check out this side. Amazing. It's gorgeous, beautiful. Gazania, once established, they kind of zero maintenance. They are drought tolerant plant, so pretty easy to grow, as I mentioned. So actually I once made a video show you guys how to propagate Gazania from stem cuttings. So pretty popular, but still some people feel confused, ask me some questions. Kind of they are not good at propagating Gazania from stem cuttings. So today I want to make another video talk about some details and tips how to grow Gazania from stem cuttings step by step. Actually, I have several different variety about this Gazania. So basically, I just mentioned this one just produce yellow color flowers. I have some other different varieties. They produce different color and different patterns, flowers. It's really amazing. So actually it is on the other side, so I'm not going to show you. I just saw some flower buds, but still not blooming. But actually you can see some pictures. I took some pictures last year. It is amazing. Gazania or African star, daisy is a wonderful plant for ground cover, flower bed or border. Okay, before we get started, I'd like to prepare some potting mix for Gazania stem cuttings. Actually, to be honest, you do not have to buy commercial available specific potting mix for Gazania stem cuttings. You can use any loose, well-drained soil for this experiment. So basically, you can see here, I have two bigger containers. In this container, so you can see this is just used any potting mix. Actually, I don't know what kind of ingredients inside because it is used, the potting mix, including all different kinds of stuff. So here in this container is fine wood chips. Actually, this is free mulch provided by our city. So you can see all this is very cheap stuff. Here there's another bag. This is paver sand. So you can see here I purchased from the Home Depot just for pave. So you can see this is a sand. Okay guys, check out right here. So basically you can see I have 3 cups. Each cup I filled with used potting mix. 1 part mulch and 1 part paver sand. So I'm going to mix it together. Okay guys, I already prepared the potting mix right here. You can take a look at. So all this is kind of cheap stuff. So I'm going to use this transparent plastic cup, and I drilled 5 holes at the bottom for water drainage. So I'm going to fill this cup with this prepared potting mix. Okay, so I'm going to take some stem cuttings from Gazania plant. So basically I'm going to choose, just I mentioned, I'm going to choose some stem cuttings without flower bud. You can see, check out where here, you see here, there's a flower bud. I'm not going to take this kind of. I'm going to take some like a small size or medium size because I want to grow more, Gazania from stem cuttings. I don't want to take some too big, the stem cuttings, such as like this one, this size. Okay, so I'm going to take some cuttings.
Okay guys, I already got stem cuttings from Gazania plant. So I'm going to prepare these stem cuttings. So basically, let me choose one to show you how to do it. For example, here, the leaves, you can see these leaves kind of like some not healthy, actually might be diseased or something. So I'm just remove it. The bottom, if that's the dead or dried leaves, just remove it. But right now, this one is fine. So I'm going to put away. And here, such as this one, there's some dried and dead leaf. Just to remove it at the bottom. So all others, it's okay. You can remove this one. So I'm going to prepare all other stem cuttings. Okay, already prepared stem cuttings. You can see here. So basically, I think when you collect the stem cuttings, the better, take the stem cuttings early in the morning or just late in the afternoon. So basically, to make sure all the the stem cuttings, they are not wilted. So right now you can see they are fine. So you can straight upward, actually. So here you can see the bottom right here. So basically, you do not have to, using, routine hormone based on my previous experience. So I just, put all these stem cuttings in the potting mix directly. So you don't have to use routine hormone. It's kind of not necessary. So I'm not sure if you prefer to use it. Probably you can try to see whether it can fast, grow roots or not. But anyway, generally speaking, you do not have to use routine hormone. Okay, so this is our prepared, potting mix. So I'm going to use a chopstick. This stick, make a hole and put this stem cuttings all the way. So regarding how deep I should put this stem cuttings into the potting mix, I think right here you can see here this is kind of like a leaf load. So I would rather put it right here. Don't bury this part into the potting mix. I think it should be okay. From about a bit below this kind of like a leaf load, it's fine. So I'm going to put it right here in the middle. I'm going to put all these stem cuttings in another cup. Okay, I'm going to water this plant, just water thoroughly, and until you can see the water coming out from the bottom drainage hole. Okay, you can see the water coming out. So actually you can see the potting mix we prepared is good. So I'm going to water using all this water. Just water thoroughly, because you know why? Later I'm going to put this the cup with Gazania stem cuttings in the shade. Probably later I will not water all these plants until they dry out. Okay guys, this is one color on our driveway side yard. So you can check out right here. So at the bottom I put some mulch. So it's kind of pretty wet. So this area is kind of like a full shade or partial shade. So it's pretty good for the stem cuttings set up. So I'm going to put this stem cutting
just in this corner. Okay, so basically I just mentioned that this is kind of like a partial or fully shade area with relatively high humidity, because at the bottom it's mulch, so it's wet. So basically this area is perfect for my stem cuttings. So as I mentioned, usually I would not water these plants, but I'm going to monitor daily or just once for a couple of days to check out whether it dry out or not. If not dry out, I just leave that, don't touch it. So I'm going to monitor, whether it has some root develop or not, because it is transparent, plastic cup, very easy to monitor. So if you don't have kind of this, the spot for the stem cuttings, basically you can use, 1 gallon size, the water bottle, just to remove the bottom part and keep the, the top part and cover all this, the cups, so can keep inside moist. So might be it's good for all these stem cuttings. So this is why early I once mentioned I don't want to use too big, the stem cuttings. It's kind of, they spread everywhere. So if you use relatively small and upright, so can easy to cover, use that, the water bottle, 1 gallon size water bottle. So anyway, so we're going to monitor, the root development. Hi guys, welcome back. Today is May 26, 2024. It has been over 5 weeks after I set up this experiment. So today we're going to check out the root development. Actually, to be honest, just 2 weeks after I set up the experiment, I once checked at least 1 cup already developed along roots. So later, I just remove all these 2 cups to this area, from fully shade area to this like a kind of shade area. I just put these 2 cups next to my hydrangea plants. So right now it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see it's kind of like still in the shade. Okay, let's take a look at the root development. So I just grab 1 cup, check first. You can see here, very long white roots. And right here, more roots. See, a lot of roots. So to be honest, actually you can see kind of like almost all the cuttings that survive. This kind of a little bit wilted, but and not fully died. So actually pretty healthy actually. See roots, right? So let me check this one. Wow, this is better. You can see a lot of roots, very fat, the white roots right here. And also you can see the bottom right here. You see the tangled right here. So let me turn around and you see the roots. You see a lot of roots. It's much better than this one. So basically, actually you can see, I already convinced you, right? So both cups, I can easily get all these stem cuttings to grow roots. So actually when I set up this experiment, so basically I didn't put a lot of stem cuttings in 1 cup. So if I put more stem cuttings in 1 cup, kind of like a more crowded, probably you can see a lot of more roots right here. And also I once mentioned this, so when I set up experiments, I just choose some like relatively small, cuttings. If I choose some big, fat, more stem cuttings in 1 cup, so basically you can see everywhere they're just filled with roots. Okay guys, in today's video I already convinced you it is super easy to grow Gazania from stem cuttings. Actually, to be honest with you, you do not need to spend 1 cent to buy any commercial available specific cultural media, and also you do not any rooting hormone.
The only thing you need just to wait after you set up your experiment, just like me. So right now you can see I have 2 new couples Gazania plants. So if you like today's video, please give us a thumb up, like, share, leave comments down below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.